Namaskar, Jai Shri Krishna. Illuminating text 1, text 2 and text 3 of chapter 25, the descriptions of the characteristics of King Puranjana of 4th canto, the creation of the 4th order of Srimad Bhagavatam. Text 1, Maitreya Uvacha, Iti Sandishya Bhagwan बारहिष दैर्भि पूजितः पश्यतां राजपुत्राणां तत्रैवान्तर दधे हरः. The great sage Maitreya continued, speaking to Vidur, "My dear Vidur, in this way Lord Shiv instructed the sons of King Barhishata. The sons of the king also worshipped Lord Shiv with great devotion and respect. Finally, Lord Shiv became invisible to the princess." This chapter contains a great lesson concerning the monarchical kingdom in the days of yore. When King Barhishata was considering retiring from the royal duties, he sent his sons to perform austerities in order to become perfect kings for the welfare of the citizens. At the same time, King Barhishata was being instructed by the great sage Narad about the material world and the living entity who wants to enjoy it. It is therefore very clear how the kings and princes were trained to take charge of a kingdom. Welfare activities for the benefit of the citizens were aimed at understanding the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The human form of life is especially meant for understanding God, our relationship with Him and our activities in His service. Because the kings took charge of the spiritual education of the citizens, both the king and the citizens were happy in Krishna's consciousness. In this regard, we should remember that the monarchical hierarchy of Prachin Barhishata comes from Maharaj Dhruv, a great devotee of the Lord and the most celebrated disciple of Narad Muni. King Prachin Barhishata was then too much engaged in fruitive activities due to performing different types of yajnas. One can actually be promoted to higher planetary systems or to the heavenly kingdoms by performing various yajnas, but there is no question of liberation or going back home, back to Godhead. When the great sage Narad saw that a descendant of Maharaj Dhruv was being misled by fruitive activities, Narad took compassion upon the king and personally came to instruct him about the ultimate benediction of life, Bhakti Yoga. How Narad Muni indirectly introduced the Bhakti Yoga system to King Prachin Barhishata is very interestingly described in this 25th chapter. Text 2. Rudra Geetam Bhagavataha स्तोत्रम सर्वे प्रचेत्सह जपन तस्ते तपस्ते पुर वर्षाणाम युतम जले. All the Pracheta princes simply stood in the water for 10,000 years and recited the prayers given to them by Lord Shiv. Of course, in the modern age, one may be amazed how the princes could stand in the water for 10,000 years. However, living within air or living within water is the same process. One simply has to learn how to do it. The aquatics live within water for their whole lifespan. Certain favorable conditions are created to enable them to live within water. In those days, however, people used to live for 100,000 years. Out of so many years, if one could spare 10,000 years for the sake of austerity, he would be assured of success in his future life. This was not very astonishing. Although such a feat is impossible in this age, it was quite possible in Satya Yuga. Text 3. Prachin Barhishama Kshatatah Karma Swasakta Mansam Narado Adhyatma Tattvajnah Krupaluha Pratyabodhayata. While the princes were undergoing different types of austerities in the water, their father was performing different types of fruitive activities. At this time, the great saint Narad, master and teacher of all spiritual life, became very compassionate upon the king and decided to instruct him about spiritual life. As pointed out by Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur, a great devotee of Lord Chaitanya, Kaivalya or merging into the Brahma effulgence is just like going to hell. He similarly states that elevation to the upper planetary systems for the enjoyment of heavenly life is just so much phantasmagoria. This means that a devotee does not give any importance to the ultimate goal of the karmis and jnanis. The ultimate goal of the karmis is promotion to the heavenly kingdom, and the ultimate goal of the jnanis is merging into the Brahma effulgence. Of course, the jnanis are superior to the karmis as confirmed by Lord Chaitanya. कोटि कर मनिष्ठा मध्ये एक ज्ञानी श्रेष्ठ. One jnani or impersonalist is better than many thousands of fictive actors. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 19.147. Therefore, a devotee never enters upon the path of karma or elevation by fictive activities. Narad Muni took compassion upon King Prachin Varhishata when he saw the king engage in fictive activity. In comparison to mundane workers, those who are trying to be elevated to the higher planetary systems by performing yajnas are undoubtedly superior. In pure devotional service, however, both karma and jnana are considered bewildering features of the illusory energy. Hare Krishna.